Hey everyone, Shane R. Monroe here, and today I'm going to show you how to use the Chromecast with Google TV with Stadia today. You don't have to wait. Stick around. All right, so we all know that Stadia is being added to Chromecast with Google TV later on in the month. You don't want to wait. You want to get started now, right, Veruca?
I want it now!
So, in order to do that, you're going to need a few things, but I'm going to show you how to do it. It's not that hard, and you probably have everything you need laying around. The hardest part is getting Stadia installed on your Chromecast with Google TV. There's a million ways to skin this cat. I'm going to show you just one of them. I'd like to point out, if you have a USB-C hub that has power pass-through, it makes this a lot easier, but how many of you actually have that, right? We're going to do it the slightly more difficult way, using things you probably have around the house. Let's get started with what you need. First, you need some sort of a Bluetooth controller. I have here a Windows 10 compatible Xbox controller, which is what I use for all of my gaming. So you'll need one of these. You are going to need a Bluetooth mouse. Now, what I've got here is the excellent K600 keyboard from Logitech, which has a built-in Bluetooth mouse and keyboard. All you need is the mouse. Again, if you have that USB-C hub, you can plug whatever mouse you want into it and you're all good to go. So you need that. Finally, you're going to need an app installed on your device called X-Plore. So as you can see here, we're going to run to my apps. We'll see all, and you'll see I have X-Plore already installed. Now we're going to do a little bit of direct input here to show you the actual installation and how you get everything set up. But before that, I wanted to show you just a couple of other things real quick. So you'll need to have X-Plore File Manager installed. Next up, you're going to want to have your Bluetooth items already paired up. So for those of you who have never paired up a Bluetooth device, simply go over here, go to Settings, Remotes and Accessories, and Pair Remote or Accessory. Now you can already see here that I have my K600 keyboard already installed, and I have my Xbox wireless controller already paired up as well. So these things are all ready to go already. We are going to skip that step. We're going to assume you can pair up a couple of Bluetooth accessories to your Chromecast with Google TV. All right, from now, let's go ahead and do a direct feed, and I'll be here to walk you through every step of the way. All right, my friends, we are back here with a live input stream, and now we're going to test our equipment. I've got my wireless, I've got my Bluetooth mouse. In this case, it happens to be a keyboard as well. So let's test the mouse. We do have a mouse. Excellent. I have my Xbox controller hooked up, and it is definitely working. All right, so we're ready to continue. So we're going to go ahead and use the standard remote that comes with it for now. So as I mentioned before, the hardest part is to get that APK or that Android package file installed on your Chromecast with Google TV. So I'm going to show you a handful of different ways to do it, and they all stem from the same tool, which is X-Plore File Manager. So once you install it, you're going to have to grant it some permissions, and we may see more permissions being requested as we go on. But for now, go ahead and allow. It's safe. I've been using this for the better part of a decade. I use it on every Android device that I have. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the APK file somewhere that we can get to it. Now let me show you what your options are. So if once you install X-Plore, go down to Show, and you're going to see all of the different tools that X-Plore will let you use. You can do LAN access, FTP access, use web storage devices. You can do Wi-Fi file sharing, which will allow you to use your phone to push the APK up. There's a million ways of doing this. So one thing that a lot of people would say, well, I'll just use Google Drive. I'm already in the Google ecosystem. I'll use Google Drive. Unfortunately, if you do attempt to use Google Drive, it will let you add it. But as soon as you try to actually go out to Google Drive and do something, you'll get that message. So we can't use that, which is really weird because it's a Google product. But listen, whatever. So instead, again, you could use your LAN. So if you have a computer that's sitting on the network somewhere that has a network share that you can get to, if you have a you may have a router that you can plug a USB drive into, and you can access that from your LAN. There's a million ways to do it. You could use FTP if you're comfortable with that. In my case, the easiest and quickest way for me to get this done was to throw the APK on my OneDrive, which actually worked flawlessly. So once I accessed my OneDrive, there is the APK that I need to install. Now, of course, that's in the description down below in the link. So you'll have to download this, totally free, no malware, no crazy stuff. It's totally safe. Get that somewhere where you can install it via X-Plore File Manager into your Chromecast TV. So here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and select that APK, and it's going to start downloading it to a temporary location. Now, the first time you run this, of course, I've already done this a couple of times for the video, you're going to see this screen, and then it's going to throw up a message saying you don't have permissions for Explorer to install on this machine. You're going to have to go ahead and change the permissions, say, yes, I want to give it permissions, and then you'll have to do that same thing again, which is select the APK and start downloading it again. I don't know why it doesn't do it in one pass. That's just the way that it is. So we'll go ahead and say install. Believe it or not, this is the hardest part of the whole process, the part that's going to throw a lot of people. All you need is some methodology of storing the APK somewhere and using Explorer File Manager to get to it. So we're going to install Stadia. All right. Seemed easy enough. It couldn't be that easy, right? So we're going to go ahead and open it. You're wondering, Shane, where's the mouse? Why do I need a mouse? So far, you've done everything. You've done everything with the controller. Here's the thing. This is what you need the mouse for. It's this one screen right here. So you can't use a controller. You can't use an Xbox controller. You can't use the Stadia controller. You have to use a mouse to simulate a touch because this is an Android native app. So you hit get started. You choose an account, whatever your account is. Hopefully that your Stadia is using is also your Google account. You may have problems if that's not the case. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we already know what happens because I've already done this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be making a video about it. But here we are. We are here inside of Stadia. Wow. And now I am using the controller right now to get around. So you can, there's some dialogue messages or dialogue boxes that you might find that you need a mouse or keyboard for. But for the most part, once you're set up, once the games that you want are there, you can use either this controller or you can use your Bluetooth controller. This works also. So the only thing, I don't have a pro account anymore, so the only thing I can really show you is Destiny 2, and that's fine. That'll work just fine. And now you will get this warning. Now, some people will tell you you need a mouse to get to the turn on because if you press A right now, you can see I'm pressing A, it doesn't select turn on. So you could use a mouse to go and choose that, but you don't have to. Just hit left. Look at that. Just hit left on your control pad. That's all you need to do to get that box there. Seems crazy. You'd think that somebody would have tried that without denouncing immediately you couldn't use a controller for it, but whatever. I'm not the internet police. So we're going to go ahead and select turn on. And then once again, we have to start the game. It's going to, oops, I must not have. So this is one of those cases where you got to look around a little bit. So now we're going to hit left again on the controller. Whenever you see that things don't look where they're supposed to be, try hitting left. Now you can see right there on the screen that the play button is now lit up. And we're going to launch Destiny 2. Now I've done many videos where I show a component or a piece of hardware's ability to play a game and then I don't play the game well and I've been accused of making the game look bad or making the service look bad because I don't know how to play the game or I'm not showing off my gaming prowess. I'm here to show you how to run Stadia on your Chromecast with Google TV. That's it. I'm not here to show you how Destiny 2 works. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what a great game Destiny 2 is. Destiny 2 is free without a Google, it is free without a Stadia subscription. That's why I'm showing it to you. I'm not going to show you a lot. I'm just going to show you and prove to you that it works. So we let it do its whole boot up thing. Remember the sales pitch where it's like instantly play your games without any waiting? It looks like I'm waiting. Can't get around the dreaded load, whether it's streaming or stored locally, huh? And yes, I've already set all this up as myself for a demo. So you would have to go through the whole character building process and all that. All I care about is letting you see that this works. Eventually. All right. Come on. Let's get it in here. Skip, 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 skip. Just show us the game. All right, here we go. Now we're talking. I've got the controller here. I'm not doing any wild, funny stuff. And here we are. Double jump.
This place is an old
That's it. It works.
Russian spaceport.
Now, when you do want to get out of here, though, when you do want to exit the game, there's no real way to use the controller. You will have to use this controller to hit back. So you exit the game. That's it. You're now playing Stadia on the Chromecast with Google TV. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like the video, subscribe, share with your friends, hit the little bell, get notifications of other great videos. I'm Shane R. Monroe. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.